What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. Alright, you may notice a few things that are a little bit different. I have moved house. I've officially moved house. I've set up my desk, which is a new desk because my old desk broke during the move, which is not great. And you can see in the background that all my nerdy shit on my bookshelf is gone and it's not going to come back because there's now there's now wardrobes or cupboards there. And third of all, there's a bit of an echo, which is not great. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I'm going to have to try somehow. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. I'll work on that. But at the moment, I think there's a bit of an echo in the audio. And I'll try and fix that as soon as I can. But I wanted to get up and running and make a video. And today was the first time I got my computer up and running and all of the rest of it. So let's get started. If I don't talk loud, maybe there's no echo. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if it's really noticeable or something. But I get really like OCD over stuff and want to put out like super high quality content as much as I can. So yeah, it sounds echoey to me. Anyway, let's do it. It is Tuesday. It is item find day. It is double, which is nice. And we have our runes here as well. So we get 100% item find. Let's knock out some trials, expeditions, world boss, and raid, because why not? I haven't really been able to play much today, or basically over the last few days. As you can see, I got full energy, I got full raids, I got full trials. It's been a mental couple of days, as you can probably imagine. So like Friday was really the day we started moving properly. We'd already moved some boxes and stuff, and you know, all those type of things. But Friday and Saturday were the big move, where we're moving like, you know, the couch and the TV and the desks and pretty much everything else. So yeah, I'm exhausted, super tired. I do suffer from chronic fatigue as well, so I'm just absolutely spent. But you know, we're moved, and now it's just you know, the next month or so is probably unpacking boxes and stuff, which is never fun. But the main part is done. So, you know, that's good, I guess. The other thing is, I have really freaking good internet now. Well, for Australia at least, I have really good internet. I've got about 90 down and about 40 up, which is mental for me. I'm 34 years old and I have never had internet over faster than 10 down and like 1 up maybe. So now I've got 90 down and 40 up is, I still can't really believe it. And, you know, all the possibilities I can do. And my uploads have gone from, like a Bit Heroes video has gone from about 4 hours to upload to about 8 minutes, 10 minutes, which is, blows my mind. Yeah, so. And then my Let's Play stuff like God of War, for instance, is about anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. And now that's like 10 or 12 minutes. So yeah, pretty good. I am working on getting a new PC as well. And when I do that, I will be able to stream quite regularly between like work and even off time basically, but I'll try and stream a fair bit when I can. I could probably stream with this PC, but it just won't be super amazing. That's why I want the new PC to get everything up and running and you know, make everything super great and be able to record in higher bit rate and higher quality in 1080p and 60 FPS and all that good stuff. So that is the plan. But I should be able to stream maybe, you know, some PS4 or something at like maybe 30 FPS or maybe 60 FPS, but like 720 or something. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it. But once I get the new PC, we should be good to basically do whatever at maximum. Well, not maximum, but like very high settings, which should be good. Because with 40 up, you know, that's more than enough to stream quite high content. So that will be exciting. But I think being able to stream Bit Hero should be no problem whatsoever. So I've got to set up a Twitch account. I have absolutely no idea how that works, but we're going to figure it out. Let's do a quick 4. So we've got 5 left. Oops. Yeah, I don't know how Twitch works. I mean, I know how it works, but I don't know how to set it up and start streaming and all that good stuff. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I've got a few people that know what they're doing and can help me out and stuff. So that should be pretty good. But at the moment, I haven't really tried or looked into it or anything because obviously I've been moving and super busy. But you can also stream on YouTube. So I'll probably start doing that first just to get going and start up and practice and all that stuff. So maybe I'll see how I go, but maybe potentially stay tuned for some Bit Heroes streams in the next week, 2 weeks, something like that. I'll probably announce when I'm going live on my Discord server. So if you're not a member of my Discord, links in the description. Join that, and I'll say then when in there. Sorry, when I'm gonna go live, and that's probably the best way / the only way of knowing when I'm about to stream. Other than it popping up. I don't know. Probably if you're sub and you've got the notification bell on and stuff, it'll probably pop up and say that I'm live. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, join the Discord, and that's definitely the easiest way of being alerted. And in general, we've got 300-ish people in there that are awesome, and everyone's helpful and friendly, and Big Heroes related, giving away friend slots and all that good stuff. So if you haven't joined yet, now is a good time to do it. So yeah, I recommend. All right, so as far as item find goes, we have maxed out Melvin Cloak. I don't know whether we did that last time or not. I'll just show you here. That's maxed out. That's maxed out. And now we are trying to work on the next thing. So yeah, that's good. Bit of extra TS there, and they're both mythics. So now everything else will be cheaper to upgrade. And the plan was to upgrade everything else and then up tier the gun, which is still potentially probably the case, but with this new expedition, there is now that new healing gun, and I had a thought about that, and that could be actually pretty good. We'll see if anyone online has it. Bongo? Yeah, Bongo's got it. All right, we'll have a look when we get out of here, because the skills on it will be interesting with my current stats and build. So if you've been a member of a subscriber of the channel and been watching my videos for a while, you would know that I stack Dual Strike, and I just like that stat a lot, even if it's not the best stat in the world. And if we have a look at the gun skills, well, first of all, 5% increased healing. Each heal on a teammate increases this bonus by 1% on them, max of 10%. So on bosses and stuff, if you're healing someone over a lot, then it gets better and better. But if you see here, your auto attack deals damage to the weakest enemy instead of the first enemy. So that's pretty good, because if you're doing a PvP or even the boss and all that sort of stuff, this will get rid of the lowest HP targets first, which are usually the DPS targets, right, or the healers or something. So this will just get rid of them quickly. And then once it's left down to the tanks or the boss or whatever it is, then it just hits them because it's the only enemy left. This is a 1 SP shields teammate for X. So because I have Dual Strike, this could proc twice. And then this one is the interesting one. Heals target teammate for X. Heals 3 times. So you do that, you heal 3 times of this much. And then if my Dual Strike procs, I would heal 6 times, which is pretty crazy, actually. If you're going to heal 6 times on one target for 1 SP, that's mental. And then you've got some other stuff as well. So you've got to deal a massive amount of damage to the weakest enemy, and like a little bit to yourself. So again, if that Dual Strike, that's like a lot of damage. There's the pet, we don't worry about that. And then you've also got a res, which is pretty great. So I think the res was was that not a set piece bonus from a previous set? I have a feeling like it was. But yeah, that gun is pretty fancy. So if I went that, I would lose quite a bit of DPS, because I wouldn't have the gun hit all targets thing, where if I Dual Strike it hits like 10 times, and the target, the 1 SP target enemy hits twice. Dual Strike hits 4 times. So I would lose some DPS, but I would heal like a machine. And healers, there's not really a healer subclass in this game. It's just like tank or DPS basically, or bait, but that's still tank. There's no real healing thing. But this gun is really good. That kind of helps, right? But there have been a few healing things in the past. Like there was a ring. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a necklace or a ring. I'm pretty sure it was a ring that did. I think it was the same thing. Like your heals are 5% more effective and something. And there's been some stuff in the past, but they're kind of few and far between. So healing kind of builds aren't too much of a thing or very common or anything like that. But if you get this gun and you have, you know, Empower or Dual Strike or anything like that, you could potentially, you know, heal for a crap load, which is really good. So it says that, you know, your heals are 5% stronger, and then they get 1% stronger for every heal that you do. I don't know whether that means, like, if you use your heal, it heals 3 times. So I don't know whether that would be just 1% or whether that would be 3%. Because if I dual strike and it went 6 heals, would that go straight to 6%? In which case, that's crazy and really good. All these things that need to be tested, but I have to get the gun first. And that's kind of the important part, right? So we shall see. If we get it, then great. If we don't, then I'll just, you know, up tier the current gun like normal. But I think if we get it, we may as well give it a go, right? As I said, I haven't really been playing much because been mental moving and all the rest of it. But from what I've gathered, from what people are talking and stuff, people are saying it's pretty good. And I just think with my build, with all that dual strike and stuff, it could be something pretty crazy. But we'll see. If we get it, we'll have to think. If we don't, we'll just keep going with the up tier, as we have been thinking about doing. Because this gun that I've got, apart from the fact that I hate the look of it, is actually really good. So up tiering it is not really an issue. As far as like keeping the skills and stuff is really good. All right, expedition, let's go. We are doing the first dungeon because we want the gun. I'm not too worried about what difficulty I'm doing. I'm just doing 400 because it's easy and I don't have to think about it and I can just auto set and forget. So I have been doing, you know, expeditions and trials and PvP and stuff where I can while I've been moving, but I basically haven't done raids or anything because they take too much time. So I've kind of set the expedition difficulty down at like 400, just because it's quick to get through and it's easy and you know, all that good stuff, and I don't really need to worry about it. So you know, and it's the same loot table no matter what. So, you know, I'm not helping the guild as much as I possibly could, but I haven't been playing as much as I possibly could. So, you know, my contribution and stuff is low. Usually I'm in the top kind of 10-ish, probably, as free to play out of the 27 people in the guild, which is not bad. But I think at the moment I'm probably like maybe 20th. I don't know. We'll check after this. But it's fair enough, you know, like. The other thing to note actually about the echo and all that good stuff is the lighting in here is not brilliant. I've got 3 windows in front of me, like 3, I don't know, 1.5 meters by half a meter, like windows, like one's there, one's here, and one's there, and then that's basically the whole wall. Like this room is super small, which is why it's echoing. Anyway, this whole wall in front of me is basically windows, and we have no blinds yet. They are coming, but I have no blinds, so I can't really shut that off, and so it kind of skews the lighting. God. I also have the light on, like the actual light on in the room, which is absolutely piss poor. It's the worst light ever, but we're changing the lights as well, which would be good. And I have my lamp on. So between all of that, there's a bit of lighting issues, but that'll all get fixed. You know, so bear with me. But as I said, I get a bit frantic and OCD about settings and all that sort of stuff, and I just want to make the highest quality stuff I can. And a lot of the times I stress and worry about it and everything. Everyone's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I'm just like, well, I'm not happy with it. And yeah, anyway, let me know. But I think the echo is the big thing. The lighting is, it's a thing. But yeah, I have it so that I can hear my own voice on my microphone. So I can hear if I'm too loud or whatnot, and it's echoing in here in my headphones. So it has to be echoing on the recording. Anyway, we've talked about it at length. I don't know how I'm going to fix it. I may not be able to fix it. We shall see. Anyway, we're getting through these expeditions. No gun just yet. We will be doing a Item Find Sunday video. I don't know what I'll do. There's expeditions. It will still be there on Sunday. Oops, Sunday, right? Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was a 2-week thing, not a 1-week thing. and there's double bonuses. So that'll be 100% item find, plus our 40% from runes will be 140. And then a 25% from here. But I do have a super scroll. During this Easter event thingy, we got a free super scroll from one of those eggs. So I could throw down a super scroll. I could throw down, let's just check that it's actually around for a bit. It is, okay, sweet. I could throw down a super scroll and use all the badges I have. The only badges I have are from Guild XP, which is the only badges I ever get, because I'm free to play. And the Plague of Badges is like 560 gems or something, and it's just too expensive, considering I'm trying to get an accessory and all that good stuff. So I basically only get plaques, badges, whatever, from Guild XP. So if we take a look quickly here, shop, I have 17, so I can buy another one. Doink. And how many of them do I have? I has, where's consumables? Up here. Not many at all. Where are they? 20. It's 20. Each one is a expedition, right? Because you do expeditions at 5 badges. So each one of these is one expedition. So between the 3 kind of expeditions we get from having 14 badges, so like 2 expeditions at 5, 1 at 4, and then 20 of these, we can do 23 expeditions, which is not bad. But I also have 2 shard baskets, and I have 9 raids from, you know, guild bucks and all that good stuff. So that's like 49 raids. So we'll see. I don't know what my plan is on Sunday, how much time I'll have, but maybe we'll do it. And if I can figure out streaming by then, maybe we can do a 2-hour stream or something, and we can do all the expedition and raids and all that good stuff. We shall see. Okay, this guy is obviously not home. Let's go somewhere else. That was the one we just had. World boss is such a pain in the ass sometimes. Like, people make rooms and then just disappear. And then, you know, even like this guy's the leader, right? And he's just waiting for people, and you're like, okay, well, he's there, he's clicked go, and then he just doesn't have auto on, and you have to wait 10 seconds every single time for him to attack. It's like, what are you doing? You're the one that clicked go. Not this particular guy, obviously. But in general, that happens a lot. The person that's actually hosting the room just doesn't put on auto and just doesn't use their abilities. And you have to wait that 10 seconds, which is rubbish. So we'll just do a few of these, because sometimes, you know, getting a group and all the rest of it can take a while, and if people aren't using their skills and everything. This group's not too bad. Everything's going fairly quickly, which is good. And legendary. Damn it. Okay, hard. No, it's going to take too long to fill up. There we go. Was this the guy before that wasn't starting? Nope. Okay, good. Ding. Ding. Okay, so I also have had, since maxing out Melvin Cloak, I've also had 2 more legendaries, I believe, and I've broken them down, so I think I have about 100-ish Crubble. So that's not bad. I need 500 for a legendary, so bit to go, just a little bit. And we need 3 more legendaries. So that's 1,500 Crubble, which is a lot. And then we need to up tier. So yeah, we got a ways to go, a fair ways to go. But you know, that's the whole game, right? That's the whole point of playing the game, is to progress. And I've talked about this before in a previous video. That took a long time. That if you're like a pay to win or a whale, or that's hard. We'll see if we can do it. My phone is being called. Let's just not answer that. And you get your full tier 10 or your set or whatever it is in like the first like month or something, even first couple of weeks. That seems kind of crap to me, because then what are you working towards? Right? you're maxed out. And yeah, of course you can work on fams, and you can work on getting better runes and augments now and all that stuff, and you can try and get a tank set and a DPS set and all these type of things. But it's kind of like once you're maxed out, you're maxed out. So the kind of incentive to keep playing is lower. I don't know. That for me, that's how it feels. Like if I just had my my full build in the first month, and you know, the each content tier takes about 5-6 months to go through. It would be like 4 or 5 months of just being maxed out and not really having that hell of a lot more to do. I don't know. I know a lot of people. Crap. Okay, this has changed. I know a lot of people just like being overpowered and stuff. Like in games in general, like they'll grind out until they're level 100 to go and take level. To take on level like 80 stuff, so they just feel like a god. That's not me, but I appreciate that the people out there are like that. Okay, everyone is a tank. Let's try it. Yeah, that's not me at all. I like a challenge and stuff. So, you know, in RPGs and all the rest of it, I don't really go hard and out-level everything and then go back and just cakewalk it. So if you're watching my God of War content, that's a fair case in point. I don't think the videos I'm talking about particularly are out yet, because I mass recorded before I moved in case the internet wasn't up and all the rest of it. But if you're watching, that's coming up. And, you know, I'm taking on stuff that's way harder than I should be. But I like it because it's you know, it's challenging. I could just go through and just become a beast and then go back and do it, but then it's easy and it's kind of like, what's the point? That's my view, and that's like how I feel about gaming and stuff in general. But I do get the fact that, you know, I do understand that you just want to be a god and walk around and kill shit. That's fair enough. If you played The Witcher 3, you probably just, that happens naturally. Like I've played it once all the way through. I don't know, probably 100 hours worth or something. Freaking great game. I might stream that at some time as well. It's amazing. Anyway, just naturally playing the game. At the start, you know, it's challenging here and there and whatnot. But by the end of it, once you got all your talent trees and everything, you know, fairly maxed out or a fair amount of points into them, you just like, you can't die. You just like kill everything. And it just like the difficulty curve just becomes trivial by the end of it. Which was a shame for me personally, because like I said, I that's not really my thing. But anyway, enough talking about that. But in general, you know, working towards getting maxed out tiers and sets and all that sort of stuff is the way to go for me. So, you know, slowly getting gear and stuff, although it can be frustrating, and you know, there's definitely weeks where you go without getting one legendary. Is super rough, and as a free-to-play player it's even harder because you're not using bub gores and all that sort of stuff for like the massive item find, but you know, eventually you get what you're working towards, and there's that kind of feeling where you're like, shit, yeah, I did it, and that's a pretty good feeling to have. And where's the boss? Pardon me. I am so freaking tired. You may guess that anyway, because I don't think this episode particularly I've been full of energy and talking as much crap as I normally do. But I had to get this video out because I didn't want to disappoint. All right, we have some mushrooms, cap kids. Let's just see how we go. Bastards. I don't know what they go into actually. I don't think I have any schematics from this raid yet. I might have some epics, I'm not too sure, but I don't have any legendary schematics or anything like that, so I have no idea what these dudes go into and whether they're good or not. I don't know. I'm not too phased though, because I am working towards Bobodom +5, and we're only 2 fams away from Walken +5, and they're just going to be my 2 fams basically for forever, because once I get them +5, it's going to be a mission to get other fams to +5. Again, free to play. It's quite hard to max out things like that. So once I get them, that will probably be it for me. And then as far as like DPS fams and stuff for PvP, I've got quite a selection of PvP fams. that I can use. Or listen to those procs, holy shit. Like I've got a Korgs, I've got a Remoraid, I've got a Roleska, I've got Fatty, I've got Gummy, I've got Yorlag, got quite a few. So I could work on, well, I got Walkham as well, obviously. So I could work on fusing and stabling those guys as well. You know, maybe stabling a +5 Fatty or something could be pretty cool. But that's all PvP related, which isn't as important, because really having all those fams is only important for PvP. You don't really use it anywhere else. So as DPS, you need a tank and a healer familiar. So any DPS familiar is only useful in PvP. They are useful as well in invasion, but invasion is kind of lame. So yeah, as a DPS, like DPS familiars aren't really that important apart from PvP. So if you're free to play, I would just focus on your tank and healer. But you know, still something to work towards. But yeah, probably not for a while. So we're going to get the +5 Walkham, and then the +5 Bobodom, and then from there, who knows? Probably make another Walkham. So we got 2 +5 Walkhams. So if we ever go tank, we've got 2 healers there ready to go. All right. Well, doing a whole raid with 4 tanks and myself is going fairly damn well. No one's dying. It is slower, I'll give it that. But this is full auto, and it's not much of a threat anymore. Well, at the moment, I should say. Okay, they're getting hurt a little bit now. We really need to take these mushrooms down. But they're full healing back up and stuff. But look at this. No, we're going to kill the boss before we kill the mushrooms. Alright, you know what? I'm going to stop. So many procs. What is this? Damage to the weakest enemy and damage to yourself. Sure. Okay, that was a fair chunk. Let's just get these mushrooms down, and then we'll go back to auto. Almost. There we go. So yeah, 4 tanks works. Slow, but it works. So next one we'll try another DPS, and that should go a bit smoother. I've been thinking about this raid and the difficulty of it, and the kind of layout or formation of your heroes and stuff, or your friends list and all that stuff. And I think, I could be wrong, but just my opinion, I think having one strong tank at the front, like one main tank, like HP tank at the front, so like Chaos for instance, is really good. And then I think the other two, having them close HP and both being bait is probably the way to go. Because say we get rid of, who do we want to get rid of? I'm going to get rid of Secret Yam because Rev Me Up's got this double enchant bonus thing, which is freaking overpowered. Let me just get my team up and running, and I will talk about what I'm talking about. Proz, you're in, my friend. And that should be good. Okay, so you see here that Eagle has Eagle's the bait. And then after that, if he died, Rev Me Up would be the bait. So what's good about that is it means that if you're doing auto or just in general, say Eagle's the bait and he dies, and then you res him and he dies again, Rev Me Up then becomes the bait. So it's not like if he dies, your bait's gone, and then all of a sudden one of your DPS is the bait, and then they get freaking destroyed. So if you have a 1550 like a main tank up here, and then you have like a 1400 tank here, once your bait goes, the DPS turn into bait, effectively, like the lowest HP target, and then they're going to get absolutely munted. So if you have 2 baits underneath the HP of your DPS, I think that's better. So that if your bait does die, the other bait becomes the next bait. Hopefully that made sense. That's my opinion. I don't know whether that's the best thing to do, but that's just what I've been thinking about, because I was thinking about it the other night. And I don't know, I was just in bed, I wasn't playing, and I was just thinking about this raid for some reason. I think in my head I was kind of like working out what build and what, you know, order I was going to upgrade things and all that sort of stuff. And I thought about it, and I'm like, because I was struggling with it for a little bit there, and because people would start people would be swapping from bait to tank and tank to bait and DPS and all that sort of stuff, and I would have to change everyone around. And I'm like, I don't really want 2 baits and a tank. I don't really want 2 tanks and a bait. And I'm like, actually no, having 2 baits is better, because if one dies, you've got the other one to back it up. And I'm like, that actually makes more sense. So now I've just been putting 2 baits and 2 DPS, and then Chaos is just always at the front because he's got a blit and he's the main tank. So that's my advice. Let me know if you disagree. I mean, I don't really care if you disagree, because I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. But if you're struggling and you're not sure or whatever, give that a go and see how you go. And if you are struggling and you can't do it, and then you give that a go and you can do it, let me know. That would be good feedback as to whether it works or not. Or if if you're being able to do it but you're still unsure, or it's 50-50 and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, try giving 2 baits, 2 DPS and a main tank a go. And I would definitely put the formation. I would put tank, your actual bait, DPS, and then backup bait at the back. Because there is a few of them have the ability to attack furthest enemy, and so you want a bait at the back, but you want the one with higher HP to take more hits effectively. So yeah, I would go main tank, bait, DPS, bait, and yeah, let me know. All right, so I think we'll probably call it after this raid is done. Oh, what the hell? You're in a weird position. What are you doing up there? As we are at nearly 32 minutes, and also I'm very, very tired. So we'll get this out of the way. Thursday, I should be a bit more refreshed. We'll do some capture rate. That should be pretty good. We're still going for the +5 Walken. We need a duo bombs and a Driffin, then that's done. Last capture rate day, we got 2 Driffins come up for persuasion, and they both said no, because they're dicks. And since then, I haven't had any Driffins or duo bombs come up for persuasion at all. In fact, I don't think I've had anything until this mushroom. So yeah, capture rate has been a bit ballsy in the last week or so, but I haven't been playing as much as well, so that's the thing. All right, so hopefully we get something out of this boss, because that would be nice. We've got 125% item find, which is not too bad actually. No, sorry, 165. Oh, there we go. We did it! Was that actually a legendary, or was that just a crubble? I couldn't see in time. I think it might have been a legendary, actually. Where is equipment? It was! Oh, shit, yeah. Alright, well, one down. Like, 1,000 more to go. Item find day success. We got a legendary. That's what we're here for. I don't really need the mythics anymore, because I got both of them. And I don't really need set because I'm not going tank. Although mythics and set pieces do break down for more crubble than what legendaries do. And if you see in my bag, if we quickly pause right about here, that I do have 2 of the raid set, tank set, and I do have 2 of the other expedition tank set. So if I make the 100% call that I'm not going to go tank or bait, which I pretty much have, I can break down these 4, which is going to be at least 200 crubble. So like 50 there, 50 there, 50 there, 50 there. And then they break down for more. So it's probably going to be more like maybe 300, 350 perhaps. I'm not too sure. I can't remember how much sets break down for, but it's definitely more than 50. So say we get 300 out of it instead of 200. That's, that's a legendary upgraded to 3 out of 4. And then we just need 200 to max it out. So that's not bad. Pretty much breaking down those 4 set pieces to nearly max the legendary. It's pretty good. We might get more crubble out of it. Maybe not as much. I don't know. But I don't really need those set pieces because they're only for tanks. And I ain't a tank. We have talked about changing up a bit, and I do have some pretty good runes and enchants and stuff to go tank, but I have no accessory whatsoever. And considering I don't even have a legendary offensive accessory, I don't have any defensive accessory whatsoever because I've never bought one, unless I got them from like a PvP or a trials / gauntlet reward or something. But whatever I've got, if I've got anything, would be crap. So I would have to buy an accessory box, and then, you know, I would have to get at least a epic to do it. And then I've got like all these tanks on my friends list and stuff, so I don't really need it. And I don't know, there's no real point. So I'll probably break them down. And upgrade there. That would be pretty good actually to do once we need to up tier. If we need to up tier the gun, then we can break all those down and get like a bunch of crubble to kind of like compensate a bit, because I think I need 250 crubble just to up tier it. And then you need an extra 600 on top of that to max it out. So, you know, if we don't have the 250 crubble, we break down those 4 set pieces, we're gonna get those 250, or close to it, maybe more, I'm not too sure. Let's have a quick look actually. Here it is. Yeah, we need 250, and then 500 of this, and 1 set material here. I've got 2 set pieces, so it should be good for that. So yeah, breaking those sets down, we'll get this, and then some, most likely. Anyway, that is item find done. We did get a legendary, so success. And as I said, Thursday video will be good. And then Sunday item find, I'll either do a video, or if I figured out streaming or stuff like then maybe we'll do a longer stream. I also need to figure out what I'm doing, you know, social life wise. Maybe I won't have time. But either way, that is item find Tuesday done. Again, let me know in the comments, please, if it's echoey and stuff. I really need to know that as soon as possible. So if you could let me know that, you know, please comment on that and let me know. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server, where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.